The year 2023 was supposed to be a triumphant one for Blink-182. It was a reunion. Tom DeLonge was back, Mark Hoppus was healthy, Travis Barker was ready to fly again. Fans across the globe felt the electricity, the pure nostalgic joy of knowing the classic lineup was hitting the road together once more. The world tour was a massive undertaking, a celebration of survival and rock and roll endurance. The European leg was highly anticipated, a string of dates that promised packed arenas and sing-alongs, loud enough to shake the foundations of ancient cities. Then, just as the first chords were about to be struck in Glasgow, everything went quiet. The music stopped before it even had a chance to begin. An announcement, sudden and serious, hit the internet like a shockwave, leaving a void where the sound was supposed to be. The message was brief, but its weight was immense. The mystery behind Travis Barker's sudden departure didn't last long. Soon, the reason for his frantic journey across the Atlantic became heartbreakingly clear. His wife, Kourtney Kardashian Barker, who was pregnant with their first child together, had experienced a terrifying medical emergency. She required urgent fetal surgery to save the life of their unborn son. The news put everything into perspective. This wasn't about a minor inconvenience or a logistical snag. This was a life-or-death situation, the kind of personal crisis that eclipses all other obligations. Travis wasn't just a rock star flying home. He was a husband and a father-to-be, rushing to be by the side of his family when they needed him most. The response from the band was immediate and unequivocal. There was no hesitation, no hint of internal conflict. Mark Hoppus and Tom DeLonge stood in complete solidarity with their bandmate and brother. Remarkably, the fan reaction mirrored the band's sentiment almost perfectly. While the initial disappointment was undeniable, it was quickly replaced by an overwhelming wave of empathy and compassion. Social media, often a breeding ground for negativity and entitlement, became a forum for well wishes and prayers. Fans from Glasgow to Dublin and beyond posted messages of support for Travis and Kourtney. Blink-182's history with touring is as long and storied as their career itself. From their early days playing in cramped vans and sweaty punk clubs, to headlining festivals and selling out arenas worldwide, the road has really been their second home. However, their touring history has also been marked by significant challenges. The most profound of these was Travis Barker's 2008 plane crash, a traumatic event that killed 4 people and left him with third-degree burns on 65% of his body. Parallel to the band's journey is the very public and deeply affectionate love story of Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian. Their relationship, which blossomed from a long-standing friendship into a whirlwind romance, has captivated the public. They have been unapologetically open with their affection, sharing their journey through IVF treatments and their deep desire to have a child together. The pregnancy was celebrated as a miracle, a happy chapter after a difficult and emotional journey to conceive. In the world of celebrity, the mantra is often "the show must go on." Performers are expected to push through sickness, heartbreak, and personal turmoil to fulfill their commitments to millions of fans and promoters. Blink-182's decision to halt their tour shattered that illusion in the most profound way. By prioritizing Travis's family emergency above all else, the band made a powerful statement. They reminded the world that behind the rock star facade are husbands, fathers, and sons. They demonstrated that no amount of fame, money, or professional obligation can outweigh the fundamental human need to be there for one's family in a time of crisis. Life is ultimately defined not by the grand gestures and stadium tours, but by the small, crucial moments, being there to hold a hand, to offer comfort, to face fear together. True to their character and their deep respect for their fans, Blink-182 did not leave their European audience in limbo for long. Once the immediate crisis had passed, and Travis's family was confirmed to be safe and recovering, the band and their team immediately got to work on the difficult task of rescheduling the postponed dates. The announcement of the rescheduled dates was met with a collective sigh of relief and a fresh wave of excitement. The shows in Glasgow and Belfast were moved to August of the following year, 2024. For the fans in Dublin, the wait would be rewarded with a new date, August 27, 2024. This wasn't just a vague promise of "we'll be back someday." It was a concrete plan. It was a clear message from the band that they valued their fans' loyalty and patience. By providing specific dates, they turned a moment of disappointment into one of renewed anticipation. The story that began with a moment of fear and uncertainty found its happy ending. In November 2023, Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian welcomed their son, Rocky 13 Barker, into the world. The baby was healthy, the family was overjoyed, and the frightening ordeal of the emergency surgery became a testament to their strength and the miracles of modern medicine. The news was met with a global outpouring of joy and relief. The same fans who had sent prayers and well wishes a few months earlier now sent messages of congratulations. The journey from a canceled tour to a new life was complete, and the resolution was more beautiful than anyone could have hoped for. With his family safe and his new son in his arms, Travis and the band could look forward to the future with renewed energy and purpose. The world tour resumed, and by all accounts, the performances were more electric than ever. There was a new depth, a new layer of gratitude in their shows. When they finally take the stage in Dublin on August 27, 2024, the context will be entirely different from the originally planned show. It will be a performance imbued with the weight of the story that unfolded. Every song about life, love, and getting through tough times will carry an extra ounce of authenticity. This entire episode serves as a powerful reminder of the human element that exists at the heart of all music. Blink-182's journey through this crisis transformed a potentially negative story about a canceled tour into an inspiring one about love, priority, and resilience. The music of Blink-182 has always been about growing up, and in this moment, the band showed everyone exactly what that looks like.